Nearing the end of the Second Age, Sauron was at his full strength, binding the evil creatures of the world to his cause, arming millions of orcs, trolls, and wicked men to march against the free peoples of Middle-earth. But his plans were well known to Gil-Galad, king of the Noldor Elves, and Elendil, High King of Gondor and Arnor, and so they prepared for war. They would go to various elf, human, and dwarf kingdoms, uniting them to common purpose. Their efforts raised 150,000 men, 150,000 elves, and 50,000 dwarves of Durin's folk. It was the greatest host ever assembled since the Valar fought the War of Wrath in the First Age. They met the forces of Sauron at the Battle of Dagorlad, the final and greatest battle of the war. Fighting for Sauron were the Nazgûl, the orcs, trolls, and demon terrors, men of the Haradrim, Easterlings, Black Númenóreans, Variags of the land of Khan, and thousands of birds and beasts turned to evil. Fighting for the Alliance were men, elves, and dwarves, as well as the eagles and many of the uncorrupted birds and beasts of Middle-earth. Leading their forces were the kings Elendil and Gil-Galad, but also King Durin IV of the dwarves, Isildur and Anarion, the sons of Elendil, Oropher, king of the Sylvan Elves of Mirkwood, and Amdir, king of the Sylvan Elves of Lorien. Though the fighting was savage, the forces of the last alliance were able to defeat Sauron's armies and chase him back to his fortress of Barad-Dur in Mordor. For 7 years they laid siege to his fortress, until at last Sauron showed himself and fought Gil-Galad and Elendil, killing them both. But before Sauron could take advantage of his victory, Isildur rushed to his father's side, grabbing the hilt of Narsil, his father's now broken sword, and was able to cut the one ring of power from Sauron's hand. Sauron's body collapsed and his spirit, which was tied to the ring, diminished greatly, and for a time he lost near all influence in the world. It was now, with the last alliance victorious, that Isildur had the chance to destroy the ring, casting it into the fires of Mount Doom, and thereby destroying Sauron forever. But he chose to keep the ring, and so the Dark Lord survived. In the Battle of Dagorlad and the Siege of Barad-Dur that followed, many great and mighty heroes of the Alliance fell. Amdir, king of Lorien, Oropher, king of the Sylvan, Anarion, son of High King Elendil, Gil-Galad, king of the Noldor, and Elendil, High King of Gondor and Arnor.